this competition has a rich and varied history, and over the years strange things have happened on Weber Cup Sundays, but at the moment things are very much going Team Europe's way. It's all pretty plain sailing for them. 16 points to 9 they are ahead. They need 19 for the win. Our next singles match is Martin Larsen up against Wes Malott, and your commentators are Cass Edwards and Wayne Boyce, joined by Tim Mack.
Well, Tim, ahead of the last game, you suggested that a 16-9 lead would be unassailable, but you were part of a comeback from 15-10. Is it still possible?
Oh boy, I'm the ultimate optimist, I can tell you. And you know, as long as someone hasn't hit 19, you still gotta believe. You gotta find a way to still believe in yourself and your troops and in your ability to find a way to muster a couple of points, and hopefully a couple breaks can go your way, and you can get a little bit of momentum on your side. So, you know, as a competitor, you never got to throw in the towel. But you know, as a coach and as a guy that stands in the back, more like myself, you got to find a way to continue to keep the morale up and positive. And each match is its own entity. So the most important thing is to try to handle the business that we can do right now. You can't look back. You got to look from here and forward.
Two mightily experienced guys here. Martin Larsen, who had an up and down session last time out, but a fine performance, throwing a 289 against Parker Bone III in his last singles off the back of a defeat to Carl Troop previously. Wes Malott, whose last victory was just in the second session, averaging 242, 57.5% strike rate, 23 in all. And we're underway. And that is exactly the start that Wes Malott needed.
Great opening shot from Wes, playing deep into the lane on this 45-foot pattern. Now you got to remember the lane's getting a little bit tricky. They're coming right off, following the guys that have bowled the doubles matches, which is Stu and Dom, and also Martin on the right, Marshall on the right side of the lane. So there's some traffic on that right side of the lane that these players are going to have to navigate. And whoever navigates it the best is going to have the best result. Great shot from Martin.
Yeah, he's following up his highest game of the tournament from last night. 289 he had. It's great to see.
Yeah, when you have somebody of Martin's caliber, you get enough time on the lane, they're going to figure it out. All these players are going to figure it out. That's just the way, that's what they do. You know, in this unique format, sometimes you can go hours without throwing more than 4 or 5 balls. And it's up to the player to really, and the communication of the captain and the team, to really, really get on the same page so you can make quality decisions, because these games go by so fast, and you know, these points go by so fast, and it can snowfall in a hurry if you're making bad decisions.
Yeah, Wes has just put some finger tape or thumb tape in his ball just to tighten up. And it's paid dividends. He's got another strike, so that's 2 in a row.
Yeah, good call on that, Cass. Wes is a huge feel guy. That one's a little left of the last one, and Wes is such a feel guy, and he gets the ball into such a heavy roll. So Wes is able to manipulate his hand at the bottom, and when it feels good, he can create massive amounts of room for himself to throw massive amounts of strikes as well.
Responded well. That's first strike. Do it again.
I'll tell you what, guys, Martin's made a big change. He's using, actually Martin and Wes are using the same exact bowling ball. They're both very strong, heavy rolling bowling balls. Martin has changed the surface on this ball, so it's given the ball some more teeth. And when I say teeth, it wants to pick up into the lane and pick up into that 45-foot oil pattern. So he's put a lot more surface on the ball so that Martin can play the middle of the lane, because his rev rate is lower. And this, when you put surface on the ball, it allows the ball to pick up. And Martin's got first 2 shots, fantastic. Really, really good. So Wes obviously had something on his hands here. And as a feel guy, you should put your paw, usually, I'm surprised, you usually put your paw down there as that, and go through your checklist again. We call it the pre-shot routine. Get the feel, get the rosin on your hand, commit to your shot shape, and go through your lines and make the shot.
Kiss the ball maybe as well.
Yeah, I don't mind doing that. Sometimes that's good luck.
Oh, help. 3 in a row. Oh, help. And he didn't get it.
It's the 210.
Yep, on that 45-foot oil pattern, showing its teeth, showing its metal again. As this ball gets a little bit too far right down lane, and as you see, it gets down lane past the break point, and that conditioner down there, the oil down there, is just the ball's going to wiggle. We call it the wiggle to the right, and you can see he says all help, and obviously a 2-10 split.
It's makeable. Got to be accurate though. Just settles for the one, unfortunately.
Nothing like that. Not a good frame there from Wes, and a chance here from Martin, who cast, as you said earlier, last night finished on a high. So Wayne, he's really feeling good confidence right now, and he's got good ball reaction, good motion, and he's a chance to really put his foot in the throat of Wes early in this match. If I was a European captain, I'd make sure Martin rolled on my team every year. You can see, if you look at Martin's mannerisms from his last couple matches to the yesterday's match and now today's match, he's feeling more confident. You can see it. He's hooping it up a little bit. And when you're loose and relaxed like that, when your arm swing is loose, a loose muscle in bowling is a very, very valuable muscle.
He knows how good he is, and he's on his A game.
Wes. Yep, go ahead, Kos.
Yeah, trips the 4-pin out of the 4-9 split. Not looking very happy. He was a little bit high on the head pin. That's why the 4 and the 9 was standing originally. But as I say, the 4's gone. So he's just looking at a single pin spare.
We've seen that a couple times, haven't we, in these last couple matches, where the ball's coming off the break point. Some more good info, guys. Wes and Martin on the last shot hit the same exact target. Specto's given us some good analysis on that. And what's happened is because Martin's ball speed was slower, it rolled off the spot and went half pocket. But because Wes's ball speed and angle were a little steeper, what happened? His went behind the pocket, right? Are we going to see the perfect game, guys? Are we going to see it?
Surely it's too early for that.
I just want to know if we're going to see it.
Oh. It's Lucky Larsen, or what? Get that man to buy my lottery ticket tonight.
Hey, yeah, we've got some shirts out there. Everybody should be putting Lucky Larsen shirts on in the crowd. I can tell you, rolls the 2-pin, comes behind the head pin, and very fortunate to pick up 30 pins there.
A 2-pin from behind. That's absolutely outrageous.
We saw this in the last match, guys. It's about strikes. It's about strikes. So Wes is by no means. Oh, good shot from Wes there. Really good shot. Let's see if he finds his line here. And it's about strikes, really, Cass.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Wes throws 300s for fun, but and there's no reason once he gets on that shot, he's not going to hang on to it.
I mean, if he's able to come back here with some strikes here down the end of this match, he's going to be right back in it. So we've seen the ebb and flows of these matches.
For 5 in a row, Larsen.
Got a hook.
And he has! Wow. It's funny, Cass and myself were talking earlier, and we said with this scoring format, we expected to see at least one 300 game.
That's why I'm calling you. I'm asking you guys, are we going to see it?
Had you asked me before the tournament, I would have said, with this scoring system and the caliber of bowler that you got, I would have said 2 300s.
Is this the game we see it?
We're halfway there.
I'm just throwing that out there, guys. He bowled 289 the last game, right?
We've been there before a couple of times, though, this weekend, haven't we?
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Leaves the 10.
What a shot from Wes, huh? Ring 10. Really good shot. Great angle down lane. I mean,
and just didn't get what he deserved, really, which was 30 pins.
He said something to the crowd and made the crowd laugh, but obviously, what a great shot, you know.
Well, all you can do is keep your sense of humor and keep going, isn't it?
That's right, Wayne. But guys, you've been in the match. You've been doing the matches the whole time. I mean, really, if you look at the matches, the USA really haven't been able to get out in the first half of the game, have they? It seems like Europe is able to just capitalize and get started quicker. I mean, you guys can elaborate on that.
Well, they've been playing catch-up, sort of, as you say, most of the way. It's catch-up for the USA.
Right.
And that's reflected in the tournament score.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost, I don't want to say domination, but it is domination from the Europeans. It really is.
Oh, no.
Oh boy, is it us as the black clouds in here? Did we cause that problem? Because we're thinking, we're hoping for the perfect score of the 300.
Yeah, it's the curse of the commentator.
Oh God.
We can't help ourselves, can we? We just mentioned it far too early.
I'm going to close my eyes, guys, and I'm just going to hope the crowd cheers.
Yeah, but Martin knows. Okay, once the game's won, he wants to go for a 300. Of course he does.
Of course, yeah. Just be great for the crowd.
Chance for 6. No. And it could well be open as well.
Yep. Again, the 210 on this oil pattern, that 45-foot oil pattern, when the ball gets down the lane, you know, it just gets right at target down the lane. If it gets a little bit quick on this 45-foot oil pattern, guess what's going to happen?
Just can't come back. It's going to hit the head-pin so light.
It's just not going to come back.
So it's a makeable spare. Hit that 2-pin left-hand side very lightly and bounce it across. Give it a shot.
Got a chance.
Oh, lucky.
Have we seen that made yet this week, guys?
No, I don't think we have.
Have we?
Parker Bone III made a pretty impressive split, didn't he?
Yeah, he picked up not 4-9, was it?
No,
6-8 or something?
It was a 6-8, yeah, I think. It was a great shot.
Okay, again, it's a 4-shot shootout. Strikes are important right now. Wes is still very much in this game. We just saw this in the last match. Very much in this game still. But must strike.
22 pins the difference. Doesn't get it though.
Again, that's that traffic cast we talked about earlier.
Just snapped up so sharply in the last couple of feet, didn't it?
The lanes transitioning out here. Great unique format here at the Weber Cup with this one lane setting. All these lights out here, changing the oil. Oil's moving all over the place, and you know, with the crowd in here and the heat, the oil's moving all over, and it's becoming difficult for some of the bowlers to navigate through the, you know, through those challenges.
Yeah, and of course, I mean, it's a pretty aggressive ball that he's used as well.
It is.
So once it comes off that corner of that oil and hits the dry back end, there's only 15 feet dry back end.
And we're talking about world-class bowlers right here. We got 8 world-class bowlers that have to, the guys that make the changes and are able to make the correct decisions and execute those decisions and stay committed to those decisions are usually the guys that end up winning the games.
Needs to respond to that open frame, but again it came in early.
Wow.
And he could well be facing a second successive open frame here.
Wow, and just like that, guys.
Yeah, it was almost the same as Wes, wasn't it? Just snapped up in the last foot or so.
That's in bowling terms, we use the term transition, and what transition is the oil transitioning on the lane, where it moves front to back and it goes away from the mid lane. It changes on the lane. So the guys are facing some transition right now, and it's obviously very difficult. So what are they going to do? Who's going to come up with the goods here in the last 3 shots?
Well, 2 open frames, but he's still 13 pins ahead.
I clearly think that obviously the pressure's on Wes because you can't go down 17-9. Wes has to strike these last couple frames to have a chance. Great shot from Wes. The great ones, guys, the great ones like Wes and actually all these players, when they see a player that their opponent is struggling, you want to try to put them down and come back with that big strike to let them know that, hey, I've got a feel on the pocket, and yeah, you're a little lost right now, and I'm going to let you know we're still hanging around, and that's what Wes just did with that last shot.
Is Martin going to change anything here after 2 open frames?
I got to think he's got to move on the lane, right? Looked like he moved deeper in the lane.
Deep there. Oh, and
Didn't let it play off. Good call,
Absolutely.
guys. Good call. Moved on the lane, definitely deeper into the lane.
Well, after 2 open frames, he really had something to do. We're coming down to the last couple of frames, and you can't let Wes get away. He had to do something, and he's just shot 30 pins. Great shot.
I mean, this environment's the best in bowling, bar none, and it's so unique, and the changes are different than normal changes you might make in a regular bowling center. So these guys have to be committed and make the changes. You have to have commitment in making those shots.
Well, just to let you know, if you wish to continue watching the action here from the Weber Cup 2016, push the red button and we'll continue on interactive. Well, just a spare left then for Malott. He really has struggled to get the strikes up though. takes it away. It's still very much advantage Larsen.